just get myself situated. I always press the live button way too soon. It's what I do, I guess. Sitting in the car, just finished the review of Atlas on Netflix. Who watches Netflix? Who doesn't watch Netflix? Everybody's watching Netflix right now. You know, there's times when I have canceled the Netflix just because I'm so disgusted with just continuously watching whatever I'm being given. So there's been times in my life where I didn't want to do the Netflix any longer. But you know, you know, everything has its ups and its downs, and I am looking for the proper light here. Let me see. That's a little better. It's a little warmer. Let's see. That's cool. There we go. How's this? Boom. Big Elvis. Just finished watching the movie. It took me 2 days to watch the movie because the first day I was like, I was kind of tired, and I kind of like I kind of got it. I get it. You know, I don't know. I thought it was, I just, let me just keep it real. I couldn't stop thinking about J-Lo. I could not at any point of the movie, I think the movie in its entirety, could not stop thinking about J-Lo. And it wasn't like I was watching Atlas. Atlas is the name of the movie. The name of the character is Atlas. I felt like I was watching Jennifer Lopez play a movie called Atlas. And I just, from the very beginning, I think I was hating. Because the way the show opened up, you have this woman that's playing a character who they are now, she's like self-deprecating with the, or was it, she's not self-deprecating, but something was, it was a situation where they were talking about her gray hair and how old she looked. And I was just like, what? Then there was this African looking Brit guy who was this clone. I think he was a janitor or a sex doll, or he probably played so many roles. So there's like hundreds of this particular black man AI robot, so to speak. So you got this AI robot guy who constantly keeps appearing in the movie. It's just obvious they're trying to get rid of black people. Yeah, there's black people in the movie, but they're not trying to get rid, they're trying to get rid of all American black people. So there's like no American black people in this movie. All the black people are Brits. Maybe that's not true. Maybe the guy who was who kept telling her run, who had the big gun and he sacrificed himself. It was just so, and then the bad guy was Chinese or Asian. I don't know if he's Korean. I don't know what he is. He probably is Australian for all we know. He's got this Asian look. I'm like, are we trying to just like promote Asians as being these violent, evil people that we're going to go to war with? Are they pumping our brains with this idea? Do me a favor, hit the like button. I don't see any like buttons. There's a few people in here. Hit the like button. So we basically are in a situation where we have this actor, Jennifer Lopez, and she is this aging woman. Even in the show, she's an aging woman. That's aging. She's aging. She's getting old. One of the characters is talking about her as an old person and treating her like S. And and it was just like, to me, unnecessary. Okay, you never see Sigourney Weaver doing a movie and then her age comes up. Like, what? You are the age you are, so what? And it just felt like they were trying to placate to the audience, to the haters in the room. Like, okay. They discussed how her hair looks. Like, they discussed her hair was gray and her hands are getting old. Whatever have you. I just could not stop looking at Jennifer Lopez. I want to look at a movie and I want that actor to become this character, but I just could not with this movie. I could not. And is that a bad thing? How was her acting? I thought her acting was mediocre at best in this movie. I did like the movie though. Conceptually, I liked the movie. It was Aliens, Sigourney Weaver's Aliens, with because in the movie she's inside of this suit, and she's inside of this suit that's probably 20 feet tall, and she's operating this suit, and this suit is the word symbiotic, where they can have some sort of neural link. So it's like normalizing the neural link. The neural link became so normalized, and well, let me just say this. She did do a good job not wanting any part of the neural link. And I thought that was some good acting. It was pretty believable. But I will also say that not only was her acting, some parts of it believable and not believable. Not one time did I worry about this woman gonna die. Not one time. Not one time did I think that she was in danger of losing her life. Could it be the CG? Possibly. I would argue yes. There was so much CG that it was more cartoonish, and it wasn't very real. It was a CG movie from start to finish, but it wasn't CG like Tom Cruise did. What's the famous movie that Tom Cruise has done? Tom Cruise has done that famous movie where like everything has come true that he did in the movie. Where this wasn't that good of CG. This was very cartoonish CG. This CG was very, very cartoonish, and I found myself hating from the beginning to the end. And I saw the first half yesterday, and then today I saw the second half. I just finished the movie 15 minutes ago, if that. And I have to say, I don't recommend this sci-fi movie to anyone. I didn't think they took any real risk with the storyline. It was Terminator meets Alien. And when I say Alien, it's only because she was in that suit. And in the last part of the movie Aliens with Sigourney Weaver that I mentioned earlier, she jumped in the suit and she was fighting the alien in the suit. Everything about that, from the time I watched it to just right before the pandemic, I went to the theater. I went to the FX or the IBIF, some independent. So it's independent. So it's some independent movie theater over there on West 4th here in New York City, Manhattan, New York. They have a theater that plays, like sometimes they'll play like a movie like Alien. And I watched it in the theater after so many years. And it was just freaking just as good as it was when I watched it and, coming up. And it was just, this movie just lacked any of that je ne sais quoi. It lacked that it factor. It lacked and then it was also like it was just, there was no, you didn't get time to really feel for the character. You didn't get time to there wasn't enough backstory for us to really like feel for the bad guy in this. This AI guy was created by um, Atlas, Jennifer Lopez character's mom. She was some sort of engineer working for some sort of Tesla-esque company, and she wound up creating this neural link that connected the AI to the human. And once the AI was able to convince the child to link with her, that link was allowing the AI to see the world in a way he never was able to see it through the original creator of himself. And then he commenced to shooting children, or there was a shooting about a child. There was no blood or anything like that. They didn't show that. But there was this attack to this child, and the mother commits suicide. They didn't show the suicide, but they alluded to it. That's what happened to her. And now we have this woman who's in her 50s who is begging to be on this team of people that are going to go search for the AI that escaped the earth after killing 3 million people. He was able to escape some sort of, we had some sort of, and then it was like pushing the one world agenda. You know, it's totally Illuminati theme, because it was like the whole world had to come together to fight the AI. So now our biggest enemy is not ourselves, it's not borders, it's AI. AI is the enemy. And now we have this rogue AI that is wirelessly, remotely transmitting to other like AIs that are used as sex bots, which they didn't say. I'm just saying this is obviously who these people were, these 6 foot, 7 foot tall AI people. So we have janitors, we have, you know, sex workers, we have probably bartenders, and we also have burger people. He's sending out this information, and they then become aware of themselves, which they don't even discuss. They don't even have any real scientific conversation. It's like this movie was made for people who are not interested or not into science and science fiction and all that we know about science fiction. This is not for that crowd. This is for the crowd that wants to see a woman kick ass and wants to see, like, you know, maybe you could bring your boyfriend and there could be like shooting going on, and there's constantly going to be some sort of violence. But at no point did you ever feel that the violence was real. The same way the little girl got shot and they didn't show any blood, and the same way the mother put the gun to her head and pulled the trigger and they closed the door right before it happened. All of those things that happened felt the same throughout the whole entire movie. The whole movie felt like some sort of safe, childish idea of science fiction. Was not for the thinking person. It wasn't like, there were no moments where you said, wow, that's a truth drop. No, it was some sort of a simulated, some sort of a simulation to one's brain of what is to come for the future. And I'm not talking about the violence part. I'm not talking about that AI is going to take over and kill everyone, because if AI was this new thinker and new problem solver, why does the AI become awakened and then wants to violently get rid of what is the cancer on the earth? The human. The human is this sort of like in the Matrix, some sort of like bad thing for the earth. So in order to solve this, we are going to destroy humanity, because we as AI see that there's no other way that humanity is going other than destruction. So then we would then use our way to destroy what's going to destroy themselves. Like, come on, man. You know, if you got a bunch of people running, right, and they're running off of a cliff, right, do you then kill them before they make it over the cliff? Come on, you just let them keep going over the cliff, and you strategically plan your life around some sort of alternative. It's foolish to imagine that a truly thinking, emotional, artificial intelligence is going to choose the demise of humanity as its way of coping with understanding of our future. The calculations that you're making is that of some sort of evilness. And they did not even figure out an intelligent way to tell us this. All we know is we got this Asian man who has killed a bunch of people because he's self-aware, and he's then made all the bots all around the world self-aware, and they're like part of his team, and there's some sort of war going on. And when they were losing the war, he was able to escape to some sort of planet and some sort of ship. So now they find the planet that he's on, and she's huffing and puffing and fighting to get on this ship. And she has to be there. What? You have to be there? You couldn't do this through Zoom? You couldn't be in some sort of mothership? You had to be in the warship. So then we have this warship that's on its way to this place where the AI is at after, mind you, 28 years. You know, I'm sure the number 28 is means something to a lot of people, not just, you know, the whatever the case is. You got AI teaming up to destroy the world, and in 28 years they have built their own little community in another planet, and the whole time they are trying to destroy Earth. I mean, is this like you know, is this Austin Powers destroy the Earth because I'm the evilest man in the world? Like, come on, we're grown-ups here. This is for children. This movie is obviously for children who don't think very much, and is just gonna get up out after watching this movie and not even think about the movie 10 minutes after it went. You're not gonna think about this movie when an AI question comes up. You're not gonna put the two together. Oh, that's like the J-Lo movie when she was Atlas inside of that machine. No, you're not going to even care about that. You're not going to even think about that. This is just a movie that was obviously safe to make and didn't take any risk. So if you like a movie that's going to tell you about the Illuminati's Agenda 30, if you like a movie that's going to copy everything from Avatar to, and when I say Avatar, it didn't even, they were traveling through space in order to get to this guy, and they didn't even need any cryo chambers. How long did it take for you to get from the Earth to this freaking guy? They didn't even discuss it. It was a nothing burger, and it was as if they did it in one day. Like, wait a minute, you telling me that this guy is in some sort of planet across the moon? I mean, he's in some sort of planet. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Popo driving by slow on me. It's the second time they've been around. I mean, I have so many lights. Can you leave me alone? I'm like, what is he doing? Yeah. Anyway, so we basically have where we have an unintelligent way of telling a movie. You're not telling us any stories about this guy. We feel nothing for this man. We don't even care if he lives or dies, but he seems to be like the big bad wolf, and he's fighting her, and he has this sword that comes out of his hand, and then the sword becomes some sort of like lava chain. It's horrible. The special effects were cartoonish. I did not feel anything. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. One of the worst scientific movies I had. I mean, I did like some of it. Don't get me wrong. Like, conceptually, I get it. But I like to be, like, give me some information. Why is it that this story is being told in this way? It was bad. It was really bad. And then at the end, they want to show J-Lo's butt as she's walking to the door, and it's a old lady pamper butt. Oh my God. J-Lo is no longer a fly girl. I mean, I guess, you want to show the booty, I guess, like, shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it was diaper-esque. The booty was wide and like a diaper. It wasn't, anything you could bounce a quarter off of, that's over. And it's just, and I did ask myself this during this movie. If Jennifer Lopez was not in this movie, could it have been a better movie? Yes and no. Because I think that the script itself was so trash that maybe Jennifer Lopez actually kept it alive. That's possible. But as far as, like, you know, the promoting of this AI, promoting this AI fear, did they establish the fear of the AI? No, what they did was she became one with the AI and best friends with the AI. She's this recluse. She's the girl who always felt like it's because of her that the world was in war, and that she gave this guy the power to do. He manipulated her as a child, and he was able to start a war, escape, and now they have to find him. So she is this very, very bitchy recluse who doesn't have any friends, doesn't have a husband, doesn't have children, doesn't trust people, and cannot stand AI. And we got that, and that was kind of cool. We got that. But was it believable for J-Lo and the hair? I mean, how much bed head do I have to accept? How much bedhead do I have to accept? Why do I need to see her hair look like this for most of this movie? Totally unbelievable. Totally, there was no threat whatsoever to her character. And let's talk about the robot for a second. Like this suit that she's in. This suit that she's in that's providing her with this, like, he's like her conscience to some degree, and he's trying to constantly talk her into linking up with the neural link. There's this little thing that goes in the ear, and then these sort of needles that stick into your cerebral cortex, so to speak, and you become one with this robot. And she wound up doing it. If it wasn't for her becoming one with the robot, she would have never survived. So there's that silver lining of AI where they want us to become more acclimated with the idea of this what's the word for it, when humans become more AI, or they accept, like the Borg, they accept these implants, so to speak. That's when you become what's the word for that? There's an actual word for that. I can't remember it at the moment, but I think they accomplished that. Kids are gonna think it's cool for you to get inside some sort of suit. And in order for the suit to work, we have to become one with the suit, one with the technology. And I am 100% not thinking that's cool. Despite the fact that I have stock in Cyberdyne, which is the same company from the movie Terminator, and I also have stock in Nvidia, which is the #1 AI company. So I do believe in AI as a means for me to make buku bucks, but I don't believe in AI as a means for our true future. And this connecting, this Neuralink concepts and all these kind of things, I'm not I'm not into any of that. I'm not even into the VR systems. And if you do any research on VR, which is those headsets that you put on those headsets, VR is going to be the future. The next 15 years, everyone is going to be walking around in VRs. They will find a way for you to like literally walk around with that stuff. And I keep scratching here. I got hit with a bit by a mosquito, so forgive me for all this scratching. I'm not nervous. I'm just got this mosquito bite. The mosquitoes are out heavy. And let me put my AC on because I'm getting hot. But I say like this to Atlas. Thumbs down, not impressed. You get a chance, don't go see it or don't watch it. No big deal. You're not missing a thing. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, I'm gonna start from the bottom. Very true. X1 Dodge. What up, dude? T Riddler. Love you, chef. Peace to the chat. The streets got no love. T Riddler. Come on, you already know that. Love you too, though. Frequent liar. Replies. Podcast. Message was retracted. Okay. T Riddler again. Frequent live facts live. Frequent live. I caught your love about the food truck chick that you helped. That was solid. Thank you. It sounds like you got some value out of that. If you got any value out of anything that I'm doing, please hit the Cash App, hit the Venmo, hit the Zelle. I'm Elvis Rosenberg. That's $ Elvis Rosenberg. One word. E is capitalized, R is capitalized, and then it's BERG, not BURG. Okay, Elvis Rosenberg. All right, and the Venmo is Elvis at Elvis Rosenberg. So, sorry. Let me see what else is going on here. We got Jose Gonzalez. What's up? He's from Mexico. Sure. What's up, buddy? How are you? Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hit the like button. Share this video with a friend. And donate. I don't have to be a victim of something for you to donate, y'all. All you need is to be getting value. You are appreciated. Atlas. Justin Kaplan Portier. You look like Fred Sanford. That's a fact. You're the third person to say that, so that has to be a fact. Okay? What you have to also understand, let me just take it. What you also have to understand is that there are very few faces. There's only 50 faces. What separates us is height, weight, age. So Red Fox, I received that. I will do better with my money than he did with his. And I promise not to be a jerk. You are appreciated. And of course, like T. Rilla said, I love you, man. And that's a fact. Boom.